Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Cup of Cheer. Today I am coming to you from in front of our nativity sets, and I'm doing so because I wanted to talk to you about nativities, nativity sets, and creches, and what they mean, and why I love them. So creche comes from a French root word, which basically means crib or cradle. Nativity comes from a Latin root, which means a story of birth. A nativity set will be pretty much not live action. It will be a set that you can either place in your house or put out in front of your house, whatever way. But if you hear an advertisement saying that a church is putting on a nativity, that doesn't mean they are going to be carving a nativity set in front of you. Not usually. I mean, maybe there is one, but I haven't heard of that. Putting on a nativity means to be putting on a presentation of a story of the birth of Christ. So there will be likely either a musical or someone talking and narrating this thing, but sometimes they'll just be standing outside of the church with Bethlehem style or era clothing and recreating the story of the birth of Christ in some way, whether they are just standing still or actually putting on a production. So those are the three distinctions of where those three words come from and what they typically mean, at least here in the United States. I love seeing creches or nativity sets from around the world because I love to see the heart of the people that made it. And in different parts of the world, the birth story of Christ is seen quite differently from their own hearts. And I love that. From Mexico, we found some that were done with tin. From Uruguay and Argentina, we've seen many of them done with gourds because those things are really what they have more abundance of, that they are able to make and produce more readily, but it's also something that they can really put their heart and artistic creativity into. In Jamaica, my mom saw a lot of carvings out of like single pieces of what seems like driftwood, but I'm sure it's a very specific kind of wood indigenous to the area of Jamaica. And let's see, in Russia, you'll see a lot of the nesting dolls. And what were some of the others? There's many parts of the world where clay is very popular, but I've even seen some that were made out of husks of corn and out of clay, out of straw, like the whole set made out of straw or newspaper, whatever is more easily available for them to pour their heart and creativity into that depiction. I've seen anything from just the baby Jesus in some kind of feeding trough or hay, or even carved out of stone, the baby Jesus sitting inside of a carved out trough, all the way to a completely elaborate display of the whole scene of Bethlehem and all of the inhabitants of the village. Like, it's everywhere in between I have seen. And I've seen things from all over the world at this, they have a creche exhibit sometimes that takes place around us. And I love that because at that exhibit, they actually take creches from all parts of the world, from Russia and China and countries I hadn't even heard of before. And you get to see the local hearts of these people and how they see the birth story. And I love that. So I could go on and on about this, and I have for like several different videos, and I keep having to record, but my phone's gonna run out of time if I don't stop this soon. So I'm gonna ask you out there who's watching this, have you ever made a nativity set? If so, what kind of materials did you use? And also, if you are from a part of the world that says creche or nativity set in a different way, what do you call a depiction of the birth story? I'd love to hear the answers to this. So I'm going to try to leave the comment section open as long as everyone is very kind in their comments, and hear from you. What do you love to see depicted of in the birth story? Have you ever seen one with unusual animals or unusual characters that you didn't think would normally be in a nativity set? There you go. Thank you for watching so far. From me and mine to you and yours, a very Merry Christmas and a cup of good cheer. Bye.